Hold on. Let me take a sip. I just create problems. Yeah, there it is. Oh, now I can hear myself.
Right?
Just that little like, pink. That was very ceremonial.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
And that's how you start an episode, Tori.
You know what, though? For all of the tech issues that we could have had starting this episode, that was it.
Don't say that out loud. That's like the person like, it could always be worse, and then it gets worse.
Yeah.
And it's usually what I subscribe to.
The people that say like things happen in threes, and you're like, well, then this is two. So stop talking.
Exactly. So you've been on a world adventure.
Yeah. I've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere.
Yeah, I've been dumping in snow. It's been really, really fun.
Well, I'm glad.
There's been like record-breaking snow everywhere.
Well, I saw there was like 8 people that died in a Colorado avalanche.
Yeah.
A lot of Colorado deaths this season.
Yeah, last night. Yeah, which was just for that. Like, it hit a little bit home. So my dad and I and my brother, like when we go out skiing these places and we know we're going to jump off into stuff, we wear avalanche gear. And a lot of people don't. But we're just like, wow, why take the risk? Like, just wear the stuff. You have it. We're fortunate enough to have it or rent it.
What is
or
avalanche gear to an après skier?
Yeah, so we wear only après
That's
ski
it,
only.
that's all.
Listen, we talk about this all the time. You got to earn it. The après ski's earned.
Yeah.
We wear backpacks that have like a literal shovel in them and a pointy stick probe so you can find somebody in the snow.
Yeah, I feel like that's best.
And like a radio wave thing. That like transmits a signal and then we'll receive them when you're looking for somebody too. So
I think that is very smart.
Yeah. So really sad about those people that died in Colorado, but you know, it's the risk.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's really, really sad. When we were on my trips actually out west, you could hear, we'd wake up in the morning to avalanche mitigation. So they literally shoot off explosions.
We're just going to blow this up quick so that you guys don't fall upon it.
And the irony is, like, you think it's sophisticated technology. It's not.
No.
They are launching old school military explosives to the mountain hill. Mm-hmm. And they're like, that should work. And you're like,
I'm playing Claymore Mine today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's very cool, though.
Very, very fun.
What have you been up to in the last?
Like, just, boss bitching and whatnot, trying to get my company in order. That's been a lot.
Yeah.
But we're growing with it. So it's like I'm so many growing pains.
Yeah, but it's good. It's exciting.
It is, yeah.
So many things in the books. And
I'm very excited for that. And we're already off to a record winter, which like never happens.
No,
if
not
you
in this
understand
town.
Our vacation town in which we live in, Cape Cod does not really wake up until kind of now.
Yeah, it'll just start to now, probably like first, second week of April, we'll start to see people be like, oh, we can come out of our homes now?
I know. Today is first day of spring, not meteorological spring, actual spring.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. We're getting
screw
bad,
you, groundhog.
We're getting bad
here.
weather this weekend. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm just going to roll with the punches and enjoy the nice days that we are given.
That's for damn sure.
Because it's going to be taken away from us, pulled back into third and fourth winter, because that's just what happens.
It's New England.
Yep, and then we complain about the pollen, and then we complain about the mosquitoes, and then we complain that it's too hot, and then it's fall again. So
that's like our prime. Cape Cod fall is key. It's the best season.
I don't know if it is the same in your area, but we are severe weather complainers.
Yeah.
And do nothing about it. We're not the
But we're also the people that like have you ever seen a man wear pants through an entire winter?
Yes. Not here.
No.
Not in Cape Cod.
No. New England people they wear
flip-flops
shorts
and
still.
shorts.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. At some point in the winter between January and February, you will see your man, your father, your brother, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever it is.
My son.
He will be in shorts at some point, and you're going to look at him and be like, why?
I know. My son was like ghost white the other day and just shorts on. And it was like that day that we had that weather. So it was like snowish outside. And I'm like, you're wearing Crocs and no shirt. It's like
what are we doing? Are we getting fake
sack of potatoes?
Are we getting spray tans? What are we doing to this transition? Like, I'm not quite.
No, we're just gonna suck it up. We're gonna be our pasty selves.
This is why I need like a quick weekend somewhere south. Just like
Wouldn't
get a
that be
base
nice?
layer.
I know. I definitely need that also. I need to like just look and see what's going on with air travel and just pick a weekend away because we didn't get our
I know you didn't get to go anywhere.
Yeah, we didn't
at all.
No, and
which I felt so bad about because your trips were getting canceled and I was adding mine and I was like, sorry.
Whatever. I definitely need to get away. I'm grumpy about it, so that needs to happen at some point.
This very fun thing happens to me on ski trips. I've now determined when you're higher up in altitude and we're out there and it's beautifully sunny and all the sun is reflecting off the snow. We wear sunscreen the whole
burned,
time.
right?
Yes. However, I wear sunscreen and then I have my goggles on and my jacket up and I'm pretty much covered except for one spot.
On your nose?
The very tip of my nose. So you can guarantee when I come home from a ski trip that it's like Rudolph status for like a good week and a half until it fades.
That's awesome.
So I'm getting there. Just tan on this just one little spot.
Amazing. Anything changed in your dating life?
No, literally zero.
Okay.
I know. I feel almost like guilty that I've got nothing to give in this department, but the reality was like, people tried, and I was like, I literally can't. Like,
I don't know why I feel the incessant need to fix up my single friends, even though none of them really have any interest in being with someone.
Do you have anybody? Did anybody drum up in the pool? Anybody we can add to the roster?
No, not for you. No.
Lame.
Although I might have a small little love connection for one of my girlfriends.
Ooh.
So I know my husband and I have volunteered to be like the buffer date.
I love
like
that.
The double date, the buffer double date.
Is it for a first date or for a second date? Or just a meeting?
Just a meeting. Yeah, it's just a meeting. And I was like, there's zero pressure here. I have no skin in this game whatsoever. I just want to make sure that it's not awkward for the both of you, but I actually think that they will like each other.
But it could be awkward, but that's kind of the fun of it.
It's going to be awkward. It's awkward.
Is there something wrong with me that I like a little bit of the awkwardness?
I don't think so.
Like watching somebody try and navigate it, to me, tells everything about them. Like, are you self-conscious enough to try and make conversation?
Are you trying hard enough to talk to me?
Yes, exactly. Are you? Or do you realize how great I am? And are you trying it? No,
I love that. Just a lot.
No. I don't know. Something in like the awkwardness can be the fun of it. And then, as you get more comfortable, you look back and you're like, wow, we were. Whew.
Yeah. Well, one of them is like a certain person, and the other one is kind of like a certain person that is just very lonely and is open.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's gonna go, but I think I think it'll be good for both of them.
I will say I went on. It wasn't really a date, but it was definitely like a connection, whatever. And I had to drive a little bit of a way to get there to meet this person, and I've determined like never again am I doing that for the first time. Because
why?
You just spend the entire car ride feeling like you're going to puke.
Oh,
like
all
the
right,
whole
the
time.
anticipation.
Yes. Yeah. The whole time. And I'm like switching lanes unnecessarily every 35
like,
seconds.
I don't know why I'm
just
doing
need
this.
something. It's like
I'm
if I was in my house waiting for somebody to pick me up, I'd be pacing the room. This is the equivalent to pacing the room. But I can't because I'm on 95 or whatever it is.
And we know her driving angst. So yeah, I could feel that for you.
Yeah. So never again. So we did learn that. We have friend zoned everybody.
All right.
And we are too busy to date, but we did learn if we are going on dates, it's got to be within like the 15-minute radius for the first one.
I did witness a friend zoning fairly recently.
Don't, the poor kid, don't.
And then it was just really funny because the poor guy is just kind of standing there, and then you were like, but we're best friends, right? And then I didn't feel that Me Too moment. And then I actually questioned him on it right there on the spot. I was like, do you feel that way? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And I really liked that.
No, he's so great. This is somebody that I like made a connection with over the probably last summer.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I was like,
very nice guy.
Yes. Like I'm single, you're single. This is like we're in two different trajectories. So like this is never gonna work. But also at the same time, like it's Cape Cod winter. Like, do you need somebody to get a beer with? Because we're gonna do that. Yeah. So, on like when like a random Wednesday or Thursday when I'm home, we get dinner, get a beer, and just cultivated this friendship. But I mean, like, I think he would be totally on board if I was like, let's date. But
so cute.
He's also like, bye, I'll see you when you get home from whatever trip you're on.
Right? Yeah.
So
because he doesn't really have a leg to stand on, so that's fine.
We all need a friend that'll pick us up from the airport in Boston.
Yes.
That's what
yes, we do. When it boils down to something, it is that for sure.
Yes, and I can joke about that without being a jerk because he would. Like, he's just that great of a guy.
We celebrated your big birthday yesterday.
Yeah, that was 2 days ago. I was like, can I swear on this? Yeah. It was 2 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm old now. I really got to adult.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the fact that I'm 30? You've known me for like It's been two.
I don't feel
two and
like
a
it's
half
different
years?
because I feel like you're an older person
Oh.
anyway. You know what I mean? Emotionally.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to be like, where are we going with this?
No.
But yeah. Like, do I look? Oh.
I don't feel like you've grown up and, oh, my girl, she's grown up. No.
No.
I don't feel like that. I do feel like you've definitely matured in some areas that I've seen watching your great trip that is Tori.
I think the amount of fucks I give is significantly less.
Which is important.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has to go through that.
Yeah.
And I feel like at 30, you kind of arrived at the, okay, well, this is it. This is me.
This is the life.
I have to deal with this.
Yeah. No, I'm so grateful. I think I've had such an incredible experience in my youth, I'll say, and I don't feel old. I feel like I'm like still chugging away, and I have great
totally.
I have great examples too in my family of people that don't really age, and I mean that. Like my grandparents are in their 90s and are still doing stuff. My dad and I are jumping off cliffs together. Like we're, I think my family is very active and very young. So it's a really great example. So for me, it was just kind of like, this is a fun one. Like it's a new decade. I get to like call myself 30 something instead of 20 something. Like I have a little bit more like credibility now.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite have the overhang of, oh shit, you're an adult.
Yeah. 30s were my favorite.
Really? So many people
30s were
say
my
that.
favorite. Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard so many women be like, 30s are when I like figured shit out. Like I knew my life.
Because there was less pressure on where are you going? What are you doing? What's going to happen?
But you were done with kids at 30.
I was. So, but I mean, it was just really fun. It was a really fun time in my career. I was really, fit and I was very active and I was busy and it was a blur. And then all of a sudden 40 hits you like a pack of shovels.
How do you feel like, you parented differently from in your 20s to in your 30s?
100%.
Yeah.
Totally different, night and day. I'm a different human completely. I did. Yeah, that was a lot. I mean, nobody writes the manual, and all the people that write the manual have no freaking idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
because every kid is different. So yeah, it's just different.
Not
but
better, not worse.
30s.
Not better, not worse. Just different.
Body confidence, just being present.
Yeah, I think it's just giving less fucks.
Yeah,
like you're just like it is what it is, man.
Yeah. And you really get to know yourself in your 30s. So enjoy it.
I will say, like, I feel physically different.
You're at the beginning of it, so it's very different. We'll talk at the end of it.
Yeah.
We'll see where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, I was I was a professional athlete in my early 20s, so to go into my early 30s is a completely different athleticism is super fun, too. We'll see.
I love it. So here we are at the beginning of 2023, the first show that we've done of the First Shot Morning Show.
I was going to say, is it weird if we say Happy New Year? Because it's almost April.
Kind of.
Okay, well, I figured we could go through some highlights of the things that we would have the things that we would have talked about.
Yeah.
If
we were together.
Yeah. If I wasn't ever.
Sure.
Okay. First one, Prince Harry released a memoir.
I think it went as exactly how I thought it would go.
I think there was way more in it than anybody expected.
I still haven't read it.
Have
you read it?
No.
I might read it.
I kind of want to read it.
I mean, I'm curious as to see if there's anything else in there that they said that there was one chapter he said he would make in a new release of the book.
So maybe I'll wait until.
Can I just wait for the chapter?
Or People Magazine's going to tell me what the chapter
Yeah, and I haven't been on any long trips. Usually on long trips, I come armed with several books that I leave places as I read them.
Do you have a book goal this year?
Not really. I'd like to finish one. That'd be great because I've started about 7 since the beginning of the year, and I've liked none of them.
All right, my book goal is 20.
Okay.
I have 4 down, and I'm halfway through Harry Potter 7.
Oh, all right. Look at you.
So we're last year was 30, and then we created a podcast in the middle, and I didn't know that was going to happen. So that was
You got close though.
28. That was close. So we're backing down a little bit. 20. This year.
I think that's good.
All right, Austin Butler, even though he's no longer the character, he still sounds like Elvis.
Yeah, he looks like Elvis too.
He acts like Elvis. He's taken method acting a little too far.
I don't know what it is.
But he's also so attractive, so I'm like, I don't really care. Like, what you sound like, just stand there. Oh, yeah, he's got some famous girlfriend. Wow, we should... Perfect example of have a pop culture podcast and not know anything that's happening.
Well, it's not my job to watch who he's dating, but I remember he is dating somebody.
Oh, they were just on the Oscars red carpet looking snatched.
Oh, Kaya Gerber. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
So
he
Cindy
had this
Crawford's
cool
daughter.
Suit on with the exaggerated lapels. He looked that man is top notch pretty.
And Kaya Gerber looks exactly like Cindy Crawford. It's like a clone of her mother. Good for them. Beautiful couple. Good for you guys.
Kylie Jenner, she wore a black dress with a big lion head on it to a fashion show in Paris. But the interesting part of this is she started to get backlash for it because people will rip everybody to shreds on everything. And PETA came out to her defense.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was fake, right?
Yeah, saying like, this just shows that you don't have to wear real animal anything. This is created by a designer with synthetic materials and paint, and look how realistic and beautiful it is. And it's a commentary to you can still wear it without it being real.
Leave it to Kylie Jenner to have the one people like her right now on the internet would be PETA.
Right?
Because nobody likes her
Those
right now.
people get away with everything. Yeah, then there's that saga. We don't need to
The
really
Mean
go
Girl
through.
saga.
There's some Kendall, Jenner, Kylie, Haley, and Selena. Everybody's fighting. We don't really know why.
Well, we do because they're mean girls.
Yeah, I don't know. But I also think Selena's been stirring the pot a little. Like, does she need to go and comment on the crap on Instagram? Like, you could leave it vague and go away. And then you said you were going to leave the socials, but you're back on. You're still posting. I don't know. And you're letting people comment. Whatever. Okay.
I love it.
Whatever.
And you know which side both of us are on.
Yep.
Okay, so you put the release of the 90s American Girl dolls.
Yes, on our list. Yeah. That was a headline.
Pizza Hut accessories, a Walkman, blow-up chair.
Purple.
That was more like late 80s, early 90s.
So just as I was being born. But yeah.
I was like, I live that, though. That's not exciting. I don't need that to come back.
Yeah, an American...
That was my life.
That was their, like, vintage American Girl doll, 90s. I sent it to my sister, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you had this chair.
Yeah, we all did. Because there were, like, 7 cool things, and all of us girls had them.
Yep.
That's what we got.
I still kind of want a Walkman. To, like, walk around with, like, a CD is kind of cool. Kind of cool.
It wasn't. I assure you, it wasn't. And then rewinding
it's
to
coming
the spot.
back.
It might, the vibe of it might be coming back, but the actual patience that comes along with listening to things on tape, not coming back.
Okay, what about CDs?
I mean, even CDs.
Do you remember the little, I forget what they were called. They were like the first MP3 players you put a little chip in that had headphones, and they were like this big. They were like a little, somebody's going to comment and tell us what they are. But they were like a little box almost, and then you put all the little chips were on a keychain, and you could put the chip in the thing, and it would play through the headphones. It was like a toy. I didn't have one of those, but they would always look cool.
I didn't have one, but they always look cool, and I wanted one.
Cool. I definitely wanted one.
It's like my husband and his Teddy Ruxpin. He always wanted one, and he never got one. He was really upset about it. And his Snoopy snow cone maker. He eventually got one of those. So,
Tamagotchis eventually got one of those, and then immediately regretted it.
Right? You're like, oh, I didn't like this anyway. Your parents were like, duh.
Eric, Andrew, and Emily Ratajkowski were dating, and we saw a lot of it on the internet. And then they broke up.
Dating Pete Davidson also?
Oh, yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, she's been busy. No judgment.
I'm pretty sure she was like separated or got divorced, then dated Pete within like the same.
Well, I mean, it's her fault for marrying a man named Bear McClure. I just didn't like his name.
So she's an interesting celebrity to me because she's so outspoken.
Yes.
And she completely is outspoken about using her sexuality. She's like, I sell myself. That's exactly what I do.
Yep.
And then she moves on from it. So like when you see her on the red carpet, she's wearing almost literally nothing.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Gets the press for it and then goes back to her regular life without giving any fucks about it. So different than like Megan Fox, who clearly does that and then condemns it on the other side. She'll be like, I don't understand why people see me so sexually, but then she comes out on the carpet and like a leather bra.
Did you see what you were? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we're not going to look.
Yes. Oh, did that happen while we were
their breakup?
Yes.
Yes.
That wasn't on the list, but big news.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a surprise by any means. I mean,
how did she get the ring off? Didn't the ring have like spikes in it?
Those two are so weird. Whatever.
But that's why they were kind of a match made in heaven. I'm shocked it didn't work.
Why? Because they're both disasters.
Yes.
The twin flames have been put out. Oh, no.
They were a perfect example of twin flames.
Yes.
Ran
out of propane.
Yeah.
Better luck next time.
Not enough lighter fluid.
Sorry. We're out. Seriously.
There was something Vanderpump Rules scandal, which basically the sum of that was a cheater is a cheater. It's always a cheater. That's it. That's the sum up.
I kind of feel the same, though. I feel like there's always an exception to a rule. But I feel
Yeah,
like
and
that's a
girls
rule
want-
for a reason.
And girls want to be the exception, so that's why
I'm going to be the one that fixed and changed him.
How did that go? You tell me. 9 times out of 10, how does that go?
Yeah, there's a rule is a rule for a reason. It's mostly true.
Yeah. It's just one of those things.
Right. It's not like math. There's not an exact finite amount of whatever it is.
Yep. And then the last thing I had on the list was UFOs, question mark, or Chinese weather balloon. Oh, just kidding, both.
Right. Right.
So that's it.
I feel like we live in a space where nothing surprises me anymore.
No.
I'm not surprised.
No, neither am I. What's fascinating to me is the amount of which the internet is blowing up at the thought of UFOs. Like, okay, first of all, hasn't everybody seen Men in Black? Second of all, how are you that surprised? Like, we are like one teeny tiny little speck in the universe, and you just assume that we have like the most modern technology in that people are.
We've been here the longest, right?
Some creature, some evolved something is. It just feels like common sense to
Right.
me.
Right.
I don't know. Is that? I don't know.
It's not surprising. Once again, nothing surprises me now.
No. Do you think 2023 is going to be the year they like make land?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think much is going to change. I really don't, unless, something serious happens. We could have a world war. There could be that. Our banks are collapsing.
Wow. All right. Happy season 3. Goddamn.
Let's talk
The world
about.
is ending and the banks are closing. No, they are not.
I don't know. I don't know what is happening.
The
but
media on that stuff is driving me. I can't get into
Light
it.
it
It's
on
driving
fire!
me. It's driving me absolutely. It's fueling itself.
I know.
The media is like completely getting people afraid. It's such. Oh, I'm just going to say it for a second. It's just becoming such a disaster. You've got these huge media outlets and these people from big banks telling people that small banks are less secured, when in reality there's a huge portion of smaller banks and credit unions that are actually more secured and have more insurance than the big banks do. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And I have a genuine problem with the media and political figures creating this fear out of lack of information and then putting it as like, oh, but I'm trying to educate people. Like, nope, you're just trying to cause like all you're doing is just instigating further problems.
Meanwhile, Jason Sudeikis is visiting the White House today. Ted Lasso was going to the White House, and that was the big news.
Okay.
We've got Molotov cocktails being thrown at things, but by all means, Ted Lasso. We believe also.
They're not recording
Enjoy your White House trip.
I got into that show.
I love it. It's good.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's good. It's positive. It's uplifting.
Are we in season 3 right now?
Just started.
Okay,
So there's one episode in.
I'm catching up still on season 2. But
I
this
can't
is one of
work like this. I don't work with one episode.
I know, we're so spoiled.
I'm like, this is going to take forever.
Yeah.
I got things to do.
How many weeks do I have? There's 10 episodes. How many weeks is that I have
It's
to
a big
have
commitment.
patience for?
There's not anything I'm watching right now that is episodic that I have to wait for because I can't wait for things.
Anything else good you're watching?
No, nothing. I don't know what I'm going to recommend for content on Friday's show because I'm kind of like,
That's what we do. We do Content Fridays. All right, I already got mine.
just in case you wonder how our shows go. If you've
I
forgotten.
mean, Tori, you made the show, but that's fine. You can't remember now. It's fine. So it's going to take me a couple weeks to like get back.
We'll get there. I love it. All right. So Taylor Swift's kicked off her Eras tour in Glendale, Arizona.
I tried to look up tickets yesterday just to see. Like, $800 is where they start before fees, and you're like in the nosebleeds up, back to the side of the stage, can't see anything.
I had a moment yesterday at Knockabout when I got there, and the other bartender who just turned 30 also was talking to me about the Taylor Swift thing, and she's like, I hate TikTok, but I got sucked into the whatever.
Yeah, people are posting the entire concert on these platforms.
The minute this one walks in, she's like, are you following it all? And they're both like,
Yeah.
They had
Did you see the
millennial
outfits?
speaks.
Yeah, we did. It was full millennial speak. Yeah.
It was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
40 songs.
That's incredible.
40 songs.
It's a lot. It's
Over
a lot of
an
Taylor
over
Swift.
3-hour-long concert.
Yep.
She opened it in Glendale, Arizona with over 70,000 people, and she did back-to-back dates.
And she hasn't toured in 5 years?
5 years, and she's released 4 albums and 2 re-released albums since then. So there is so much content out there. Can't believe that.
I feel like it's a lot.
But that's the kind of point. She does like 2 or 3 of the favorite songs from each of the albums and each of the
Her eras.
Yeah. I watched like a little bit of footage. I think it's a very, very well done show.
All right, then.
But can you imagine all the pressure to like have a really good show after you broke Ticketmaster? Like, I now have political figures talking about my lyrics and my concert sales in the political office, in Congress, and in the Senate.
Well, Ticketmaster has definitely come to heel. I know that they're paying back some fees.
I was going to say, I just saw that they're paying back fees for somebody else.
Yeah.
I think
it was The Cure demanded.
Are they a public company?
Ticketmaster? Yeah.
I just wonder what their shares are doing.
Well, not great. Yeah, exactly. Well, that just opens up the market for other competitors. If somebody out there, please figure it out. Do it better. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot like commentary. You know, you're in groups on Facebook and everybody's like, oh, like I want to buy tickets, but I don't know where to get them. Everybody's like, just don't do Ticketmaster.
Yeah, right?
Forget it.
And you're going to buy them on the secondary market anyway because those bots are going to buy you out first.
Which is why
regardless.
They are like $1,100. And
so painful.
Nowhere.
Right?
I don't want a night that like that is just an exorbitant amount of money for something that
should be cheaper. You should. I mean, it's mental health. We need to go to a show. We need to feel good. Let us enjoy that. Stop trying to gouge us.
Yeah, it's not even that because I think it's the resale market, right? So like that, you know, when the demand is high, so that I understand. I just personally couldn't see the value or the importance in that one show. For my mental health, I would go do something else.
Yeah.
With that money.
A whole vacation.
Yeah.
Go to Europe.
Exactly. Like for $3,000, I could totally go to Europe for the week.
No have an absolute blast.
Yeah. Might have to stay for $3,000, I might have to stay somewhere.
Right.
Not great. But you could still do it.
So new romance is on.
Stay on track.
I know. Focus. We got new romance to talk about. Bad Bunny, Kylie Jenner. Kendal.
What do you think about this?
Whatever.
I think it's great.
I mean, good for her. Will it last? I don't know.
I think she's very much so like a homebody and really introverted. And I think she was very secure in her relationship and was like, I'm sure she was like, all my sisters are settling down. Like, I'm good with a partner. This is what I'm thinking about. And he was like, cool. But I play basketball and I'm gone every night of the week. Yeah. So I think that was kind of the end of their relationship. And I'm not here to say Bad Bunny's any better.
Right.
But I also think he shockingly might have like a little bit more flexibility and a little less demand and a little bit more ability to like go out of his way for Kendal.
And he definitely like shots fired at Devin Booker there.
Oh, the lyrics.
Yeah.
So good. Can you understand, or I can't understand this, the translation of the lyrics?
Yeah.
Also raps.
I'm not bad, baby, that's a gimmick, but the sun in Puerto Rico is hotter than in Phoenix, and she knows it.
Because he plays in Phoenix.
Yep, exactly.
But I still don't understand because he raps that in Spanish.
Right.
But the English version is still good.
Right. It's poetic.
Yeah. Does he do that on purpose?
I'm sure.
Have we been sleeping on Bad Bunny?
No, he's the number one artist worldwide.
We've talked about this. But I can't get into it because I don't understand
it. If you don't get it, then you don't get, that's it. It's not for everybody.
But then here, if there are good English lyrics that still go, can I have two versions?
I obviously that's getting Avril Lavigne right now because Rack City, bitch, Rack City is not exactly the ones that I'm like, wow, there was a lot put into those lyrics. That was a lot. Is the Tyga thing real? I don't know, but I always give my best friend $3 million worth of diamonds.
I think it's real.
Hello?
I think it's totally real.
Mod Sun fans, by the way.
Isn't he old? Tyga? Like, how old is he now?
So is Avril Lavigne.
No.
Avril Lavigne's been skater boying for like 40 years.
I need to like close myself. He's 33.
Right. So you're in your 30s now.
Right. That's why I'm like, oh, let me take that back. He's not
Avril
old.
Lavigne's almost 40.
Yeah, she's 38. Yeah, but when 33 and 38 is not bad.
Yeah. Well, she was
I don't
engaged.
know. I would date a 33-year-old if he was giving me like a full necklace of diamonds with my name on it.
They're not dating. Friends always give friends $80,000 worth of jewelry. It's fine.
Back to that.
Best friends.
Back to that person we were talking about earlier that is like very much so stuck in the friend zone and would not give him diamonds.
No.
He might give. No, I'm kidding. Never mind.
And as we're moving on here, you are the Duncan fan. Dunkaccino.
This is
what?
So upsetting to
Why?
me. I love Dunkacinos.
You know, they'll bring it back. They're resting it right now.
I probably get one of these maybe once or twice a week.
It's been pulled from the coffee chain's menu, ending a more than 2-decade run for a fan favorite drink.
I'm assuming it's because they need like a whole separate machine.
Coffee and hot
not
chocolate.
enough demand. But
I'm sure they can just make it. I'm sure they still have hot chocolate.
No, you can. You can order a hot chocolate with espresso in it. You can customize your amount of espresso. I, again, the expert, have done all of these things. But there's something different and tastes different, specifically about the Dunkaccino.
Oh, okay.
And you also can get them frozen, so that you no longer can do. Because you can't really get. Well, actually, probably can get like a frozen.
Coladas? Yeah.
I don't know. They taste different.
They're removing the extra machine. Now they can just make it with the other machines that they have. It's a separate machine they don't need.
Like the texture is different.
Well, sorry. That I cannot fix for you.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, we are back and we're really excited.
Wait, do we have anything else we do on Mondays? Horoscopes.
No. Our weekly horoscope. Aries, don't let friends or relatives rule your life. Mm-hmm. Taurus, don't jump into investments too quickly.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh, you know this for a certain Taurus?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gemini, put your thoughts into action. Once again.
Oh, the Gemini boy.
Little nuggets. Cancer, don't jump too quickly if someone tries to make you join in on their crusade. Leo, you can expand your circle of friends. Virgo, resistance leading to conflict will only make it twice as hard to turn the situation around. That's a loaded situation there for the barista.
Sounds loaded.
Yep. Yeah. Libra, try not to get involved in other people's problems. Scorpio, try not to be too aggressive or judgmental. Sagittarius, trips will be enjoyable. Capricorn, watch your weight due to water retention. Travel will turn
so random and like very specific. Usually they're like vague and like, this is let me just give you something that can be applicable to anything.
That's it. That was shots fired from my horoscope. Assholes. All right, Aquarius, try to stay calm and do the best you can. And finally, Pisces, do your own research and be prepared.
That's great for somebody who has chronic anxiety. Make it worse.
Sensitive. You will be viewed as sensitive.
I fucking know it.
Wow, that took a lot. We needed the horoscope for that. See, aren't you so glad we read this?
Oh,
bullshit.
So good. Sets the week. Gemini Man is still doing his thing.
Yep, there you go. The First Shot Morning Show. Haven't you missed us?
We are so happy to be back. We have a lot of exciting things coming down the pike and getting ready for you guys. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I think we just kind of stopped trying to plan things.
I know. Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The First Shot Morning Show.
We're back, bitches!
We are back!
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.